thought the canter would be a more...
Cesar,
Yes?
if I can say one word about Morgan, because
course.
I'm very happy that she's joining us, that we need young talented riders and not only old judges in the dressage sport. The first time I see her competing, it was painted black, the old stallion. It was not so easy, and I see that she was winning some international. I say, oh my God, this rider is still very young, but she has a lot of feeling. I was really impressed, and the horse was so happy with her. And now she's the best French rider, and she was one of the 3 riders who were able to qualify France for the Olympic Games because they were good enough as individual to make the team qualify. And I have to say, congratulations, Morgan, for that.
Thank you.
Morgan, that's wonderful. Really, congratulations and good luck next year in Tokyo.
Thank you.
Okay, so we decided we were going to start with the canter. This is just the definition from the FEI rulebook as how a canter is supposed to be. It's a 3-beat pace. And here in this slide, you can see how the footfolds are supposed to be in the canter. So that's easy, everybody knows about that. I just would like to mention that the judges always look for the general impression. And the most important thing is the regularity and the lightness of the steps. And of course, we want to see uphill tendency and we want to see a good cadence. Of course, good connection, part of the training scale. And we also want to see a supple pole and engagement of the hindquarters. Active hind legs, active hocks are very important, and the ability to maintain the same rhythm and to show natural balance, of course, it's very important, and that's when the judges give the high marks. The horse must remain straight, and he has to bend properly on the curved lines in the corners, or if it is a serpentine, or if there is a turn across the diagonal, or turning to the other side of the arena, the bend must be correct. So I would leave this to Bernard and Morgan. I would say these are some of the problems that we see on the dressage competition, some of the problems that we see on the canter. I don't know if Bernard, you would like to comment about some of these?
No, that is the main problem. We will try with the video to have some example, but it's exactly that Morgan can help to say why a horse has this technical problem, because it's not the natural canter that could be bad like that. It's just when the rider tries to have not the horse using correctly his back, the horse is lacking either suspension, that is a problem of rhythm, or lacking of suppleness, hind legs, shoulders, or self-carriage. But it will be better, instead of speaking, to see the video, as you say, Cesar.
Okay. Morgan, any comments about this?
I follow what Bernard says. And I also think that some main problems in the canter do come from the riders as well, going against the rhythm of the horse with their seat. So I think we can influence a lot the canter with our seat, but we'll have a look at it on the videos and explain a bit further with the videos. It's going to be easier.
Okay, very good. So in the canter, the rule book, the FEI rule book explains different canters. So we have the working canter, which is usually required in the lower levels. In the US and Canada, what we would call training level, first level, tests. The working canter, it's between the collected and the medium, and the horse must show natural balance while remaining on the bit and goes forward with active strides and good hock action. So then we have the medium canter. This is a short explanation of medium canter between working and extended canter. We don't want to see horses hurrying. The horse must go forward, lengthening the strides. the head can be a little more in front of the vertical than in the collected canter. But we want to see bigger strides, of course, balanced and unconstrained. I think it has been very important, Bernard, that now the FEI has included again the medium canter with flying changes in the upper levels. That used to be on the Grand Prix test, now is back, and it's kind of complicated. I've seen some riders struggling with that, but I think that's a wonderful exercise. What do you think about that, Bernard?
Yeah, I like very much this medium canter, as long as the rider knows that the first thing, the important one, is to keep the horse uphill. And to keep the horse uphill, the horse has to be allowed, it is written here, to use a little bit more his head and his neck. A good example for the rider who are also doing some jumping, when I'm training people, I told them, take the diagonal, but just imagine you have a little jump to make at the end, a little one. And in this case, the rider can find the right feeling to have a horse uphill in the medium canter.
Okay, and then the FEI also has the extended canter, where the horse must cover as much ground as possible. And as Bernard was saying, the same as in the medium canter, the important thing is that the horse remains uphill, light, and covers much ground as possible, and also remains straight. I think it's very important, Morgan, to mention that in some tests, the judges have to judge the transitions separately, and in some tests, the transitions are included. So this is important for the videos that we're going to see afterwards. Okay, any comment about that?
Yeah, I think a lot of, sometimes it seems people misunderstand the extended canter with a hurried forward canter. What I would like to point out in the extended canter is that the extended canter is really a lengthening of the strides upwards. So when you take your corner and you take a diagonal on the extended canter, you have to have the feeling that all the power comes from behind forward, and not that you have the feeling that the horse ducks onto his shoulders and then just rushes through the diagonal. You really have to feel that the power really comes from the hind legs.
It's exactly that, Morgan. No hurry. And if the people, you have seen video of Morgan with her stallion, you understand why she says that, and you understand how she can get a 9 for this exercise.
Yeah, he has a very big stride on the extended canter. He can lengthen the stride, and that's really what we are looking for.
Yes, maybe we will not see as good horses in the video.